Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I have an epic Cyber Dragon Dogmatica trap variant deck profile for you guys. This is going to be a really epic version of the Cyber Dragon deck, which, as most of you know, is my favorite deck of all time. I've been playing this deck for many years, but the Dogmatica stuff is a new addition, originally brought to me to light by watching Yassine's video on this deck. But yeah, so shout out to him. He is the original creator, obviously. But this is my take on it, and I think it is really good. It's been performing really well at remote dual locals and stuff like that. So be sure to smash the like button, comment down below what you guys think of this variant of Cyber Dragon, and of course, let's get right into the video. So first off, we are running one Cyber Dragon. I know this may seem a bit weird to people who are new to the trap variant of the deck, but Cyber Dragon is just a terrible brick, and so is Machine Duplication. So why on earth would you ever want to run more than one when you really don't have to? Like, just if you try it out, play test it a bit, you will understand you really don't need more than one Cyber Dragon. We have a triple Cyber Dragon core next up. This card is probably the best card in the deck, other than another card, which is a new addition. It's a really powerful card, being able to search a Cyber Spell Trap card, basically an overflow, or when you need to OTK a Cyber Load, or if you already have it. And it just comes really well, not to mention the card that it has like an effect in graveyard to summon any Cyber Dragon from the deck. And it has synergy with the next card over here, which is actually triple Dogmatica Ecclesia, the other best card in the deck. Dogmatica Ecclesia, the Virtuous, absolutely insane card. This card literally does the same thing as Core in a bit different way. It searches a Dogmatica card this time, and you usually go for Punishment, which is basically the counterpart of Overflow. Not really, but that's how I look at it. Or you can grab a Fleur-de-Lis, stuff like that. It's just a really good card. And the whole synergy is you can normal core, grab it, make Almirage, special Ecclesia from hand effect, grab something. It's just really good, and the payoff of these two cards are just off the charts. I love these cards. Definitely mandatory 3-ofs in the deck. Next up, we have, of course, the one Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis. Fleur-de-Lis is a really good card. I feel like it comes up a lot, and while some people like Yassine don't run Fleur-de-Lis, I feel like Fleur-de-Lis does deserve a spot in the deck because just the effect negation and the free body on the board too, and being able to boost everything's attack is just really powerful. Next up, we have something a bit weird. We have one Hers. I know some people may not agree with this. You guys can run two. I'm not running Galaxy Soldier. One Hers. I know some people are not running Galaxy Soldier and running 2. I feel like 1 is just enough because I found that in testing, it really doesn't do as much as you think it does. It has good synergy with Rampage, but like, other than that, you really don't need more than 1, which I think 1 is a perfect number for it. 1 Asher, I don't think I need to explain this, just even in the OTK variant, only 1 is enough. And finally, the 1 Veer to chain block your core, not to mention that it's a level 4, so you can more for like overflow. And another cool thing is that you actually have like, you can overlay, you know, Ecclesia and Veer and stuff, and you do find yourself actually having 2 level 4s on the board a lot, but just like these monsters are not that good, so no, we're not running those. But yeah, that's just a fun interaction I thought I might mention. That's it for the monsters. Let's hop into the spells. We have triple Cyber Emergency. So until now, we have 9 starters in the deck, being triple Core, triple Emergency, and triple Ecclesia. And to follow up the triple Emergency, we have, it's in the mail, so I don't have physical copies yet, but it is coming, but triple Nadir Servant. Yes, so Emergency and Nadir Servant basically do the same thing for us, except that Nadir Servant also lets us combo because it sends from extra deck to grave, and Emergency grabs any Cyber Dragon monster. Both of these cards are really mandatory. I really want these to arrive already because it's such an amazing card and I want to play with it. But like, yeah, so triple Nadir, triple Emergency, both are really great cards. Definitely you should be running them. Next up, we have over here some more Cyber Spawn Trap cards. We have 1 Repair Plant. Repair Plant's still really good. I don't think I would cut this card. I mean, it's even better with the new, like, Synchron support if you're going for that type of build. I personally don't love that, but Repair Plant's still a mandatory card that can be searched by core. We have 1 Overload Fusion for Anaconda. It's one of the best cards in the deck. I love this card, and if you sack it off the top, you can always OTK with it, which is really nice. Finally, we have the searchable spell. We have one Cyberlord Fusion. This card is also searchable off of Core. You can't send it off of Anaconda because it does synergize with Overflow. And yeah, it's a really great card. Next up, we have something that I know a lot of people are not running. We have triple Pot of Desires. Oh my god, something's in my throat right now. But Desires, I find, is actually surprisingly really overperforming. I find that we don't really care if we banish anything from the deck, and the drawing 2 cards is just really powerful. And through testing, this card turned out to be like really good. So I'm running 3 Desires. You don't have to. I think it's absolutely amazing, and that you should though. We have next up something that I don't love that I'm running, but it's a really good card. We have double Mystic Mine. This card, nobody's playing around it, and it's free bait for negations and stuff like that. I just really love running this card because Mystic Mine by itself is a very fair card. Mystic Mine Burn is where it's like degenerate, but Mystic Mine itself is just a really good card, and I cannot see a reason why I shouldn't run it. So yeah, double Mystic Mine. I love this, and testing it was amazing. I know it's a bit weird, a lot of people aren't running it. It's really good. And finally, another card that nobody's running. We have one Raigeki, actually. This is really funny because, you know, Raigeki is a meme card, but it's actually a pretty good card. I find that it either baits a negate or completely demolishes their whole board after like a full turn of comboing. So Raigeki does actually seem to be working out for me really well. Once again, you don't have to run it. I just find that this works for me. That's it for the spell cards. Onto the traps. You have triple Cybernetic Overflow. This card is absolutely insane. Being able to destroy cards your opponent controls without banishing for cost and no targeting is just outs to like 80% of even 99% of all cards in the game. It's just an insane card, and the pop effect does come up quite a bit when it's destroyed. You just get searched. So yeah, really great card. I would not cut it for anything in the world. A mandatory 3 of, especially in the trap variant, which we are running. We have triple Dogmatica Punishment. Next up, this is basically the other overflow of the deck. This card by itself is absolutely amazing, and if you can send Dentest to pop, but you can also send Titaniclad if you want to be able to combo and you think that you're in a good position where you can do that. Very good card. Yeah, this card's amazing, and so is Overflow. These 2 cards together are just enough. Nobody's going to be playing through this. I'm just telling you right now. It's really good. On to our next trap. Oh, and they're both searchable so with we have 12 starters. Then we have Nadir Servant 3, we have 3 Emergency, 3 Core, 3 Ecclesia. 12 starters, super consistent deck, and both of these cards are very searchable. So technically you are running 12 plus 6 of these, so you are running 18 copies of these cards, so you will always have access to it. Next up, we have triple Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike is probably, in my opinion, the best Solemn card, being able to negate monster effects. This card's really great. I love it. I definitely think it should be staying in the main. It overperforms a lot, and being able to hit, for example, Thuban or Alpha in Drytron, it just comes up a lot. We have a triple Crackdown over here. Crackdown, I find a lot of people forgot that this card exists, because sure, there are other options like Ice Dragon's Prison, but I don't think Ice Dragon's Prison is nearly as good this format as Crackdown is. If you time Crackdown right, your opponent's turn is over, so Crackdown, I think, is definitely mandatory to be running. And finally, we have double Compulsory Evacuation Device. You can run 3. I do not run Trap Trick. I don't like Trap Trick. I find that I brick on it. But Compulse is a really good card, and once again, if you time this right, your opponent's turn is over, and it can save you from being killed in battle phase and so on. Just a really good card. And that is it for the main deck. Let's hop into the extra decks. So first off, let me just grab that. We have 1 Alamirage, 1 Anima, 1 Magistus, and 1 Link Rainbow, I guess I'll put it like that, for our Link 1 monsters. All of these have the exact same purpose. Alamirage is a starter with Core, because you make Core, link it off, summon Alamirage, special summon Ecclesia from hand. Anima, really great for stealing, but also you can just normal hers, link off hers, make Anima, special summon Ecclesia. Very good card. And Link Rainbow, same reason as Anima, except that it's a bit more generic. This is probably the worst one out of all of them. You guys can cut this. I still like it though, so I do keep it in. And finally, we have the 1 Magistus for when we open Ecclesia and we have game or something. So we normal Ecclesia, grab Fleur-de-Lis, make Magistus, special summon Magistus from hand not Magus, Special Summon Fleur-de-Lis from hand and then just swing in. These are really great cards, and I find that all of them are performing absolutely amazing, so I definitely love running all of these. On to our Link 2s, we have the one Cyber Dragon Seeger. This card, obviously, many decks cannot play over the 42 quick effect boost that can activate in the damage step. This card is really, really great. I love this card, and it does enable really easy OTKs of 12,600 or 13,100 points of damage. We have the one Predator Plant Verte Anaconda. This card is the heart and soul of OTKs, in my opinion. This card's just absolutely amazing. I love this card a lot, and I find that this card continuously just performs absolutely amazing, and it's really consistent too, so this card definitely deserves a spot in the extra deck. We have one Fortress, one Mega Fleet, and two Rampage for our Chimera Tech package. One Fortress because you really don't need more than one. There aren't any like special, I don't know, machine decks in the format, and even if there was, one is more than enough. Mega Fleet because Master Rule 5 makes this card a lot worse, so one is more than enough. And double Rampage because you will be going into two of these, actually more than you expect. So having two is really nice, especially with the pop effect and the free OTK, and the fact that you can send a hers and like a core and use hers effect to grab back the core. You just plus a lot off of this card. For our Dogmatica package, we have the one Titaniclad. Titaniclad is obviously insane and allows you to combo, especially with Nadir's Servant. Titaniclad, definitely amazing card. We have double Entes. Entes is amazing too, being able to pop, just really good, and it has a really high attack power. So like these cards definitely very, very mandatory. All of them synergize with Punishment, and of course, what's its name? You know, Nadir's Servant. Absolutely amazing. I would not cut them for anything. And finally, you guys guessed it, for our final two cards in the next deck, we have the one Nova and the one Infinity. You really don't make this card that much. The only way to actually make it is with either if you special summon hers, make it level 5 and overlay it with a Cyber Dragon, or if you overlay a Cyber Dragon with a Rampage and you make Nova into Infinite and so on. There are janky ways to get to it, but it does happen, so it is worth running. Just definitely at not more than one of each. And that's basically it for the deck. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the like button and comment down below what you guys think of this deck, because I think it is absolutely insane. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright guys, peace.